In the kingdom of Kapilavastu, there lived a prince named Siddhartha Gautama. Born into luxury, Siddhartha was shielded from the harsh realities of life by his father, King Suddhodana. Despite his comfortable life, Siddhartha felt an emptiness inside, leading to feelings of laziness and depression. He lacked purpose and direction, which left him deeply unsatisfied. From a young age, Siddhartha's life of ease made him feel restless and unmotivated. He spent his days in a state of mental and spiritual laziness, unable to find meaning in his life. This persistent feeling of depression drove him to seek answers beyond the palace walls. At the age of 29, Siddhartha ventured out of the palace and encountered 4 sights that would change his life forever: an old man, a sick man, a dead man, and a monk. These encounters confronted him with the realities of aging, illness, death, and the potential for overcoming suffering through spiritual practice. For the first time, Siddhartha understood that suffering was an intrinsic part of human existence. Shaken by these revelations, he resolved to find a solution to human suffering. He left his princely life behind, abandoning his luxurious existence to become a wandering ascetic. For 6 years, Siddhartha practiced extreme self-denial and austerity. He joined a group of monks who believed that severe asceticism was the path to enlightenment. However, this approach only led to physical and mental exhaustion, pushing him deeper into despair. One day, weakened by his practices, Siddhartha collapsed near the banks of the Niranjana River. A young village girl named Sujata saw him and offered him a bowl of rice milk. Accepting the food, he realized that neither extreme indulgence nor severe asceticism was the answer. This insight led him to the middle well, a balanced approach to life. With renewed strength, Siddhartha sat under the Bodhi tree, vowing not to rise until he had attained enlightenment. He meditated deeply, confronting his inner demons and desires. Through mindfulness and deep concentration, he gained profound insights into the nature of suffering and the path to its cessation. After 49 days of meditation, Siddhartha attained enlightenment and became the Buddha, the awakened one. He realized the 4 noble truths in the Eightfold Path, which offer a practical guide to overcoming suffering and achieving inner peace. The 4 noble truths explain: 1. Life is suffering. Everyone experiences pain, disappointment, and dissatisfaction. Example, when Siddhartha saw the 4 sights, an old man, a sick man, a dead man, and a monk, he realized that suffering is a fundamental part of life. He saw that no matter how much he tried to avoid it, suffering was unavoidable. Acknowledging that suffering is a part of life is the first step towards dealing with it. In the context of laziness and depression, understanding that everyone faces challenges and that suffering is universal can reduce feelings of isolation and self-blame. 2. Cause of suffering. Suffering is caused by desire and attachment. Example, Siddhartha's initial attachment to the pleasures and luxuries of palace life kept him in a state of ignorance and dissatisfaction. He realized that his desires and attachments were the root causes of his suffering. Identifying the root causes of laziness and depression, such as unmet desires, unrealistic expectations, or attachment to negative thought patterns. 3. End of suffering. We can end suffering by letting go of desires and attachments, or by accepting the rice milk from Sujata and abandoning extreme asceticism. Siddhartha let go of his desire for severe self-denial. He found peace through the middle way, which balanced indulgence and asceticism, understanding that it is possible to overcome suffering by changing one's mindset and letting go of harmful attachment. 4. Path to end suffering. Following the Eightfold Path helps us end suffering. Example, after attaining enlightenment, Siddhartha taught the Eightfold Path as a guide to overcoming suffering. He exemplified the principles of this path in his own life. The Eightfold Path offers practical steps that can be incorporated into daily life to foster mental well-being and combat laziness and depression. The Eightfold Path applied to Siddhartha's life. 1. Right understanding. Siddhartha understood the nature of suffering and the impermanence of life through his encounters with the 4 sights. Learn about mental health, the impacts of laziness, and ways to overcome them. 2. Right intent. His intention to find the truth and end suffering led him to leave the palace and seek enlightenment. Set clear, positive intentions to improve one's mental state and overcome laziness. 3. Right speech. As the Buddha, Siddhartha spoke truthfully and compassionately, sharing his insights with others. Speak kindly to oneself and others, avoiding negative self-talk. 4. Right action. He lived ethically, avoiding harm to others and himself. such as when he chose the middle way over extreme asceticism. Engage in activities that promote well-being, such as exercise, healthy eating, and hobbies. 5. Right livelihood. Siddhartha chose a life of teaching and helping others, rather than returning to his royal life of luxury. Pursue a career or activities that are fulfilling and align with one's values. 6. Right effort. He consistently practiced meditation and mindfulness, striving to maintain a balanced mind, put in the effort to develop healthy habits and let go of negative ones. 7. Right mindfulness. Siddhartha was deeply aware of his thoughts, emotions, and body, which helped him achieve enlightenment. Practice mindfulness techniques such as meditation to stay present and reduce stress. 8. Right concentration. Through deep meditation under the Bodhi tree, he achieved the focused mind necessary for enlightenment. Focus on tasks with full attention, improving productivity, and reducing feelings of laziness. Siddhartha's journey teaches us that overcoming laziness and depression requires inner work and balance. Laziness often stems from a lack of purpose, while depression can arise from unresolved suffering and attachment. By practicing mindfulness, understanding the root causes of our suffering, and following a balanced approach to life, we can find inner peace and fulfillment. Just like Siddhartha, we can all embark on our own journeys of self-discovery. By embracing the middle way and applying the principles of the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, we can overcome our challenges and transform our life. This path is not just about achieving enlightenment, but also about finding practical ways to live a meaningful and joyful life.